Hi, I'm Karen. I'm the Residents Association Manager for Alberta here at Brookfield.
I'm Carla Nickley. I'm General Manager with the Rockland Park HOA.
Hi, I'm Jenny Miron, General Manager of the Seton HOA.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Hess. I'm the General Manager at Livingston.
Yeah, so an HOA is a not-for-profit organization, and they are professionally established, professionally run and operated, and they're responsible for the HOA assets of that community, and they maintain the exclusive building, the exclusive park, entry features for the lasting enjoyment of the residents in the community.
Yeah, and it really is the heart of the community that brings residents together so that they can share that common pride in the community and enjoy getting to know each other and making those connections.
How are the HOA fees determined and where does all that money go?
So there's a couple of things that go into determining the HOA fees. So it would be the size of the community, so the number of homes that will be built out, the size of the facility, the size of the park space, would also be the amenities that are within the park space, and all of those are sort of put together, put through sort of a long-term forecast, and then that determines what the fee would be to help serve and support that community.
The encumbrance fees are collected annually. However, residents do have an option to pay monthly as well.
The HOAs are managed by a board of directors. There are 10 on a board, 3 which are Brookfield employees, and 7 which are elected from our communities. Joining the board is, we do that at annual general meeting annually, and you can join a board to help run these communities as well.
And the HOAs are operated by a group of employees, which are led by a general manager, myself being a general manager, and my lovely cohort here, Marilyn, being a general manager of 2 communities in Calgary.
Absolutely. We love to hear from residents, so we encourage the community to reach out to our HOA team, whether that's in person, email, over the phone. We value the feedback that we get to really create great events for our community.
And when we send out those engagement surveys, please take the opportunity to reply to them, because it's that feedback that we use to develop all of the offerings for the community.
Yeah, so HOA fees can increase. Once the HOA fees reach the encumbrant amount, they can increase by the Consumer Price Index, also known as inflation, each year.
No, residents don't start paying HOA fees until they actually move into the community. But a cool thing that a lot of residents might not realize is that we actually have pre-possession memberships, which allows them to start using the HOA before they've actually moved into their home. So they can come into the HOA with their purchase agreement, and we will be able to issue them a pre-possession membership until they've actually taken possession of their home.
Okay, can we opt out of paying HOA fees?
No, all property owners are required to pay the annual encumbrance fees. Membership is tied to an encumbrance that is on the title, and it is not optional.
The HOA leads by example. We try our very best to maintain our facilities and amenities to the best level and the highest level we possibly can, and we hope that our residents will follow along, and they'll make every community be beautiful.
And part of that, within the community, we do seasonal light displays. We would also have flowers in the summer and the springtime. And then we do enhanced landscaping as well on some key areas throughout the community.
Yeah, we offer such a huge variety of services, events, programs, clubs, activities. We honestly try to devise offering that appeals to everyone, all ages, so that there's a little something for everyone. So some examples of things that we do are programs, sports programs, arts and culture programs, drawing, theater, you name it, we've probably tried it. And some of the events that we offer: barbecues, outdoor movies, holiday special events, for Halloween, Easter, Christmas, Diwali. We honestly try to offer a variety that appeals to everybody.
So there's lots of ways for residents to get involved. We do a lot of engagement surveys, and so in order to have your voice heard, it would be really important to us that you participate in those. You can put your name forward to be part of the board, which is elected annually. You can come in and have a conversation with us. If you have a question, you have a concern, you're not really sure where the answer is, come and see us directly so that we can give you the information, and then you can share that information with others who might want to sort of have the same for others who may have the same questions that you do.
What is the best way to stay up to date on the HOA?
Yeah, the best way would be to sign up for our e-newsletter or follow us on our social media channels. And so to find that, you go to our HOA website, which is the communityname-connect.com. So for example, rocklandpark-connect.com.
So new members to the community will receive a welcome email, and in there we'll give them links to the website, we'll give them links to our social media, encourage new residents to come into the facility, take a tour around. Our rules and regulations are posted throughout the facility as well, so lots of different avenues for people to stay up in the know of what's happening.
Yeah, I'd say one would be that the HOA facility and exclusive park is actually owned by the HOA. So the HOA covers the construction costs for the facility and the amenities in the park. So with this, the HOA has a mortgage and they service that debt over the course of several years.
Another misconception or a question that comes up a lot of the time is the difference between a community association and a homeowners association. They are actually two very separate organizations that both advocate for the community, but in different ways. The community association typically is made up of volunteers, and they will advocate and act as a civil voice for the community, whereas the HOA is primarily the facility and amenity offerings for the community.
I'd say another one would be the park spaces in the community. So the public park spaces in the community are actually turned over to the City of Calgary once they're constructed. So the City of Calgary owns those park spaces.
What's the best restaurant you've tried in Calgary?
Recently it was the pizza at Veranda.
For me, modern steak, I tried the Wakobe beef, and I had never tried it before, and it was amazing.
It's closed now, but it was Farm. Best mac and cheese ever.
I'm a meat eater, so Charcut for me.
Okay, what was the first sponsor you ever went to?
New Kids on the Block.
Metallica.
I think it was Blue Rodeo.
I think it's Blue Rodeo for me too. Yes. Yeah, and I've seen them a whole bunch of times now.
Me too.
Cute. Okay, if you could live in any Brookfield community, past or present, which one would you choose?
I'm gonna go Seton.
I'm gonna go Livingston.
Rockland Park.
Rockland Park.
Perfect. What's your favorite space in a home, a kitchen, living room, backyard, or something else?
Backyard.
Backyard.
Okay.
I'm partial to like kitchen gathering space just because I like open concept and then everybody can gather and lots of things can happen in that one space.
Yeah, I'm a kitchen girl too.
What's a project you are especially proud of at Brookfield?
Pretty proud of all of our Brookfield HOAs, but probably Rockland Park and Auburn Bay.
Yeah, Rockland Park would definitely be my choice, just because I've been so into it for the last almost year.
I'm gonna go different for this one. The Brookfield Run is super cool for me. I love that it has the food bank piece and yeah.
Opening Livingston in 2020 in the middle of COVID.
Okay, nice. And what is something people would be surprised to learn about your job?
I feel the biggest surprise, it often feels like running a small town, and that it's all encompassing and there's so many jobs that a few people do.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's so many different facets to it. One day it could be all about finances, and then the next day you're just talking to residents all day. So it's very multifaceted every day.
I spend a lot of time in budgets and financial forecasting.
I love getting the tough questions from residents. I enjoy that opportunity to help them better understand the HOAs and what we offer.